I'll keep this short. A very good morning to all of you. Thank you all for making time for this workshop on Sunday. My name is Karthik. I work as a software consultant in AI field, and I'm interested in subjects like science, rationality, philosophy, even more in sociology, ethics, and so on. When I was writing this welcome talk, I was supposed to think very hard about how to succinctly describe what this workshop is about and what we are trying to achieve here exactly. So I'll give it a try. According to me, rationality is a sort of worldview. Worldview is how we see everything, everyone, and
Some hissing sounds. Okay.
am I audible?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. So let us
Yeah, that's better.
better to have a more intimate conversation.
So I should start. I say nationality as a sort of worldview. Where how it means what you mean, how we see everything and every aspect of it. So rationality's worldview, in my opinion, requires a sort of systematic application of process of logical reasoning to every step or every aspect of everything. So what do I mean by everything? Like not just external and internal. External should be natural phenomena, social phenomena, government policies, economic policies, and so on. Internal could be our fears, our aspirations, even our emotions, our ethics, our morals. So we can view everything through the worldview of rationality is my take on it. Let's see whether this definition will survive our argument by the end of these four workshops. This is my idea of rationality may not be your idea of rationality, and that is what we are trying to clarify in this kind of workshop. And what are we hoping to achieve through this workshop? I'll briefly say that. What we are hoping is that uh, this workshops, what we discuss here, mutually discussed with our through our special fields and what expertise we have. So we are hoping that it will equip us, or at least some of us, to sort of systematically reason about everything. So it flows from the definition of my definition of rationality. That I'm hoping that we are able to reason about things systematically, and the idea there is not to sort of convince religious people to become atheists and so on. I would not consider this a failure if some of you become even more religious in this process. And I would not consider it a success if some of you become atheists in this process. What is success is how you convinced yourself to change your views. The process is what the focus here. And how we can become better in the process is why Professor Mufti is here, hopefully to guide us. And also guide us among us. There are a lot of scientists, engineers, and researchers and so on. So that is rule here. I'd like to thank a few people. First of all, I'd like to thank Professor Arun Murthy. He proposed, actually, this idea started as an online talk because it's convenient for us. But he was actually ready for proper workshop, in-person workshop. And he has written articles in many publications like Deccan Herald, Wire, Frontline, um, India Forum. Uh, so many articles he has written. So thank you so much for being to conduct this workshop for us. Yeah. I'd like to thank MST School personnel, Radhika Prasad is a committee member. She was on who enthusiastically replied to my request for a bond. Of course, Sridhar sir, who has supported us, you are even exchanging SIM cards with us to enable internet access for us. So he support 100% support. And Mrs. Leela Keshan, who is the one of the committee members of MST School. I'd like to thank Breakthrough Science Society. Anybody here from DSS? Me too. So it's unfortunate. But I'd like to thank
Many of us are connected to be like this.
So I'd like to thank DSS because the idea for this talk actually started from DSS discussion forums, and they were gracious enough to invite me to their talks, meets, and discussion groups, and that is where the idea started. So I'd like to thank DSS. And first, I'd like to thank Killer Karnataka Chaluvaji Trust, Mr. Madhivappa, Mr. Nageshwara Gopi, and a lot of members, Mr. Nagappa, Kunjatur Chandras. So these people opened up my mind to an entire new world of Kannada scholars, writers, rationalists. So this was a word which was I didn't know existed actually. So it's partly my failure also to not search for this. But thank you so much for, especially Nagesh sir, who has always been inviting me for everything, and so very active person. So thank you so much for AKVT. Most importantly, I want to thank all of you here for coming on a Sunday for what is basically a rather abstract workshop, which none of us have a idea. But still, you made the time to come on a Sunday for 2 hours. The success of this workshop lies entirely on all of us here actively participating in this discussions. So please participate actively to make it a success.